Hey my everythings, thank you for joining me today. If it's your first time, if you are joining me again, welcome back. Today I will be doing a reading for Aquarius. If you're not familiar, the way that I do my reads is based on the time that has been offered to me so that I can share the message with you. So let's get into the read. Our Aquarius read is focusing on optimism and emotions. So it's about Aquarius, you being optimistic about being emotionally aware and sound. Like that. So it's feeling a bit emotional. The main topic is people, and it has to do with Mars. Mars has a lot to do with politics and taking responsibility. Mars is in its orbit right now and will be complete with its orbit by May 25th, 2024. And Mars goes through a cycle of orbit every 2 years. So if you've been going through the challenge of gaining knowledge and some type of stability when it comes to your emotions, or you've been going through a certain type of relationship or a job or friendship or anything like that, and you want to know how you can be more emotionally responsible in these interactions with these people or at these places or this position in your life, then this is where you get clarity on that read. The ending of the next cycle for Mars and its orbit will be April 6, 2026. So that's around a point in time in which you can look back, if you would like to, and you remember, you can put it on your calendar if you need a reminder. Look back over the past 2 years and see how you have grown emotionally based on the decisions that you have made and how you pulled it all together pending May 25th, 2024, because that's when the influence of Mars will be at its complete cycle over all of us when it comes to politics and responsibility in our lives. More specifically for you, Aquarius, it has to do with your emotions and you feeling a little bit emotional. And let's get into the read. We start off with the energy read, and that's a 5 of Rods. The 5 of Rods represents disappointment and loss and some type of sadness. I'm seeing that this is a part of the cosmic design though, because maybe as an Aquarius you have like a lot of philosophical processes, like you may be more logical in your thinking. So when it comes to disappointment and loss, you may be looking for the reason why and wanting to attach blame or something like that. And the spirit is saying that it's a part of the cosmic design, so there's really no one to blame. All that you can do is surrender to the Most High that has a plan in all of it, and be in this 2 of Cups energy, because that's what the reading is for. And as you're coming more towards the end of Mars influence and orbit around our planet, then this is the energy that we're meant to step into, and that's the 2 of Cups energy. So the 2 of Cups energy represents rebuilding trust and reestablishing relationships, making amends, and renewing and refortifying your sense of emotional security, right? I'm seeing, yep. I'm laughing because it literally says intelligent, and in order for you to come into relationships or move forward in relationships healed and not still trying to hurt anyone else, you have to have a sense of emotional intelligence. So that's where your hope is coming from. The fact that you've learned these things about yourself and how you want to interact with others is what makes you hopeful moving forward. I'm seeing that the challenge here may have been your selfishness, and that's okay. It's a part of your cosmic design to be that way. We've all inherited these character traits and behaviors, so it's not your fault, right? If you've inherited any of these selfish ways, it's not your fault. And I know that there may be people out there that are like, they shout it to the top of the earth: accountability, accountability, accountability. Well, that's because of the influence of Mars, right? We want to always blame someone for something, if not everything. That's why I call everyone my everythings, okay? Because it's all of us. It's our doing, you know? Since we're all a part of this, we don't necessarily have to blame each other for anything. It's more so accepting people for how they are. They're just people, and you have the ability to give them grace, and you have the ability to extend that same kind of grace to yourself, for where you're observing these flaws about yourself, and instead of tearing yourself apart, that you see it as you're building yourself up, right? For the wellness of your soul. For the wellness of your soul. I'm seeing that the challenge is you're selfish, or there are some selfish tendencies that we've inherited. Sometimes we need to dedicate time to ourselves. However, if it has been a challenge for you, Aquarius, as the Magician card is coming up, that may represent you needing to be able to put aside your selfish ways to better be able to utilize the resources that you need to be able to move forward with your wellness as your number one priority. The wellness of your soul as your number one priority. Selfish ways aside, Aquarius, so that you can establish solid relationships and reinstate solid relationships with those that you care about and that care about you, to be able to have those resources that you need, because sometimes people can be those resources that you need, and being able to utilize them helps make life so much rewarding. So if you're upset with anyone about them being flawed or just being human, give them grace. That's somebody's son, that's somebody's daughter, and so am I. So it's just best for me to take responsibility for myself. Taking responsibility for your own emotions and how you're making yourself feel, and also considering how you may be making others feel, is a huge responsibility. And as far as politics and the game, they call it the game that we're all in, just recognize how this influence of Mars plays its part every 2 years. And if you know that that's what's going on, then you also have the ability to use this information as a resource for yourself to gauge your own growth, because you're going through these experiences for your growth. You're a seed. You're planted here in this earth by the Creator, by the Source, and you are amongst many other seeds. Though how is yours going to shine? How is yours going to reveal to the Source that you have grown? Okay? So we start off this cycle with the Nine of Pentacles, which represents abundance and accumulating wealth and standing in that, seeing that that has come with, since we're talking about emotions, this abundance speaks truth to you recognizing your sensitivities. Like I said, the overall read is giving emotional intelligence type of energy for me. Like that's what I'm seeing. And it's giving you a sense of virtue and restoring your feeling of righteousness and being worthy. So congratulations to you, Aquarius. I'm proud of you. I feel like you're my daughter. And you know... Anyway, so then that puts you in the energy of the Four of Swords, which represents rest and recuperation. And honestly, when we're talking about virtue and emotions, I'm hearing the word redemption. Like it's time for you to feel redeemed from all the things that you felt sensitive about. You were going through a cycle of that, and I'm seeing that in this moment of you resting and recuperating, it's not overwhelming to you, even when you have to go through that process of reflecting, you know. And that's your justice, because we come with the justice card. That's your justice, to not be overwhelmed when it comes to you accumulate abundance and wealth and awareness and intelligence, and being in tune with what you're sensitive to, so that you're not inflicting those same other wounds onto others. And then how it's satisfying and not overwhelming to the soul that you're prioritizing its wellness. That's justice. Then I see you coming into the energy of the sun. And that, like, the one thing that I just said that kind of reminds me of this card, and it's so funny because I literally spoke it into existence, is that it's satisfying to the soul. Like, the sun is soul, right? And it's satisfying to the soul. The sun card represents fun and enjoying yourself and celebrating life, and knowing that you have this awareness, recognizing that you put aside your selfish ways, or that you have to put aside your selfish ways, and recognizing that will bring you into the energy of the sun, and it's satisfying to the soul. And it's not extreme, it's not ridiculous, it's not radical, it's just life. It's just life, and you're learning how to live it out loud the way that you want to live it, and being more gentle and more graceful with yourself and how you treat others. And that's beautiful. But we're recognizing that Mars has an influence over our political minds, a sense of responsibility. We are recognizing and utilizing the information, right? That this is an ancient deception. It's an ancient form of deception that maybe you weren't aware of. That there's something that is influencing not just you, it's influencing all of the beings, all of the life on this planet. Because this Seven of Swords card, which is the end of that cycle that you're about to come out of, right? This deception. It means that the veil is being lifted, and you have acquired this emotional intelligence. You've acquired it. You've done great for yourself. And as far as the selfishness and the magician, the selfish magician seems like ego, right? And if there's a ancient deception that we have all innately as human beings inherited, then this may be a cosmic design, and a part of how we grow as human beings, as a society. This may be something specific to your generation. It may be something I think that it has, because this happens every 2 years. So it's something that gradually over time, you know how you water a seed every day or every few days, or you water your plants every few days, and you eat or you shower every single day. These are routines, if you will. They're routines of the galaxy. They're routines of the universe that we exist in. And if in some type of way this kind of information was not shared with you, then it may seem like it was a deception. That you weren't aware that you even had the ability to be emotionally intelligent. So we have manifested and grown into, or are stepping into, a level of awareness in what we call enlightenment. And so that's the cycle that you're stepping into, Aquarius, is this high priestess energy, which, hello, represents enlightenment. To a certain extent, that whole cycle may have been boring, or it seems boring, right? To listen to politics, or to learn about the politics of your own being. I ain't gonna lie, sometimes when even in my study of my own divinity, yeah, I can understand Aquarius, I can understand how it can be, and you're seeing how real it is for you. So a part of seeing how real it is for you is what brings you into this last set of cards that were drawn together. The King of Cups and the Chariot. Maybe if I can do that so you can see. So the King of Cups and the Chariot. And this represents mastering emotional intelligence. Okay? So, you know what it kind of makes me think of? That movie, Inside Out. Okay? If you've never seen the movie Inside Out from Disney and Pixar, I strongly recommend Aquarius, since this is about your emotional intelligence, that you go and watch it. It doesn't matter how old you are. Get you somebody's Disney Plus password, or you get on Disney Plus yourself. Oh my God, angels. Got some angel energy around me. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Check that movie out and get a grasp on what it is that I'm trying to say, right? So when I see the King of Cups match with the Chariot, it gives me Inside Out vibes when it comes to how in the movie there are certain emotions that drive and steer your ship, which is your vessel, your body, and control of it, the behaviors that you act out. Right? And so for some people that have spiritual beliefs or religious beliefs, they may call that whatever they call it, right? However, on a scientific level, from people that are studying psychology, and they come together or have come together with animators that put visuals to what's really going on inside of your anatomy on a biological level. It's a refreshing perspective, and I strongly recommend it. And I want to show you a clip right now.
Are down.
Joy would know what to do.
That's it. Until she gets back, we just do what Joy would do.
Great idea. Anger, fear, disgust. How are we supposed to be happy?
Hey, Riley, I've got good news. I found a junior hockey league right here in San Francisco, and get this, tryouts are tomorrow after school. What luck, right?
Hockey?
Uh-oh, what do we do?
Guys, here, you pretend to be Joy.
Won't it be great to be back out on the ice?
Oh yeah, that sounds fantastic.
What was that? That wasn't anything like Joy.
Because I'm not Joy?
Yeah, no kidding.
Did you guys pick up on that?
Sure did.
Something's wrong. Should we ask her? Let's probe, but keep it subtle so she doesn't notice.
So, how was the first day of school?
She's probing us.
I'm done. You pretend to be Joy.
What? Okay,
It was fine, I guess. I don't know. Oh, very smooth. That was just like Joy.
Something is definitely going on. She's never acted like this before. What should we do? We're gonna find out what's happening, but we'll need support. Signal the husband.
With a nice pass over the reed, comes across that right.
uh-oh.
Dude, isn't that like, yes. So make sure that you go and check out the movie. Watch it for yourself, get your own perspective, and let's get back to the read. So the King of Cups and the Chariot together represent mastering your emotional intelligence and establishing balance, and also a possible love connection. So considering this Two of Cups, that the Five of Rods energy is for the cycle of you going through Nine of Pentacles through Seven of Swords, right? going through that justice, getting that rest and recuperation, looking forward to having fun, satisfying your soul, and then the veil being lifted, right? For you to get that Two of Cups energy, which is a part of the High Priestess energy, that level of enlightenment, and the King of Cups in the Chariot, mastery of your emotions. And I'm seeing that that's happening on a global scale. Why a global scale? Because Mars is about to be done with its orbit. So it's been doing this thing, changing us, changing the planet. I mean, influence changes. Influence changes everything. It has changed all of us. That's why we are the everything. So if you could do the math, maybe a year ago around this time, what was going on? Was that the peak of the influence of the planet and how you felt politically, or how you felt when it came to your responsibilities and your emotions and all of that? Where were you emotionally? Now is the time to reflect on that. And then as well, like I said, around April 6, 2026, mark your calendars. You can look back and be like, I still want to grow in these ways, or I'm glad that I changed in these kind of different ways. So I think it's going to be the latter, because the cycle is you setting aside your selfishness, the veil being lifted on this ancient deception, you stepping into this High Priestess energy, and it could be male or female. There is no gender for the energy, the spirit of being a High Priestess. And we have a good balance of major and minor arcana here. So Aquarius, I hope that you are very optimistic moving forward. I'm optimistic for you. So I can send love and light your way. I hope that you are open to receive it, just as well as you're open to receive the message for all Aquarius. And just like I said, congratulations on stepping into this level of enlightenment, achieving this sense of emotional intelligence. Know that you are not alone, because it's a global shift that's happening. And if you're a little bit emotional about it, the changes or how hard it's been, the one thing that I always say is not ask why, and say thank you. Be in a mental space of gratitude. I encourage a mental space of gratitude. Practice pure thought meditation. Practice affirmational thinking. Even in the moments where if you do something that you feel like is selfish, ask yourself if it's for self-love or if it's being selfish. Because sometimes we need to check ourselves just to know the difference. And even if you don't get it right, it's okay. Just give yourself grace, and also give grace to others. So I wish to send you love and light. I don't wish it, I'm sending it to you. I'm sending you love and light, and also healing energy, because you deserve it during this transition. And if any of the times are hard, please feel free to reach out in the comments. And I hope that the wisdom and the advice that I was able to share with you, as well as the information, are the resources that you need to help you move forward into that peaceful and enlightened energy. Thank you all so much for joining me today, and I hope that you all have a great one. Bye.